turn this up. They say face go candy liquor, let me go and grab a cup. Scuba gear up on my head, cause we punish more than parties. Somebody tell Jersey we getting started, what they call it, yeah? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punisher time, yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punishers, Prince side about to give them life. Don't switch it down on that tune, cause the party ain't a party unless fife in the room, yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punisher time. What's that? Oh yeah, ooh, we connected, baby. Mouth too reckless, who gon' check us? Though we syndicated, vindicated. Seem like we should've been the made it, been the greatest. Crank the amp, make sure they hit me, I'm about to snap. The general, yeah, that's Prince side. OG face, know he's south side. Jersey like the bricks killer. J536 with him. Dude dirty like the kids swimming. Royal flush and we keep shit. Keep winning, bet it up, tryna beat living. Please shut up, cause I'm trying to listen. Party punishers live in 3, 2, 1. DJ do dirty, turn this up. They say face go candy liquor, let me go and grab a cup. Scuba gear up on my head, cause we punish more than parties. Somebody tell Jersey we getting started, what they call it, yeah? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punisher time, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's party punishers. Prince side about to give them life. Don't switch it down on that tune, cause the party ain't a party unless fife in the room. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punisher time.
Party punishers, we in the building, baby. Y'all know what it is, baby. It's the General, the Party Punisher Show. I go by the name of DJ Prince Side, a.k.a. Thug Daddy, a.k.a. Splackavelli. What's happening? To the right of me?
Y'all know what it is, man. OG Face Scotty, OG of the city, a.k.a. Ram Faces, yo mammy, grandmammy, and great-grandmammy's favorite pastor. And to the right of me, I got...
Y'all already know what it is, the prettiest of the prettiest of the prettiest. And I'm feeling sexy today. I'm feeling sexy and pretty today, man. It's a pretty granddaddy. I'm in the building. Don't even say that. I see you already looking, but I'm feeling very rambunctious and sexy today.
Well, I'm glad you feeling that way. I can't agree with you, but you know,
you don't wake up some days and just be like, you know what? I'm the ish. I'm sexy.
I'm the ish. But I ain't feeling sexy.
Nah, I feel sexy.
I feel it, but I can't tell another dude. You know,
right. Let's go there.
I agree with you, bro. I feel that, bro. I feel.
Look, y'all my brothers. I can say that to my brother.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna go tell another man, yo, I'm feeling sexy today, bro. That's not that. Nah. I ain't
before we go any further,
ain't no issue with you saying you feel that way, but I can't agree with you and be like, yeah, bro, you got that ish on today. You look sexy and out of mug. You know, I can't do all that. I just can't go.
You know what? Yeah, that part.
Right. Think about it.
No, I mean, you're right, but I thought about it. I had a moment at the mall the other day. A dude had some cologne on, and it smelled good. So I had to ask him. I didn't feel no way about it, but then I felt the way about it.
Yeah, bro, what's that you got on that thing? It smell all right.
It did actually.
Yeah.
And I went out and got it.
All right, y'all. Until our homegirl Jersey, she couldn't make it. It ain't nothing wrong with her.
Yeah, she
just got the grandchildren.
Yeah, she got grandkid duty today. She ain't got the cooties. So I'm glad she's feeling a lot better today.
Jersey, you see, it wasn't me today. I ain't even put it out there. I love you.
Hey, listen, before we go any further, I got to say it's gonna be a crazy fourth quarter in the music game. Do you know that they just announced the super group of 2025? It's going to be KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, and Rakim.
I've seen
as one group.
But some of these folks that are paying attention and listening, they don't even know. They don't even know what's about to happen.
Listen, and that's why I said it's going to be a great fourth quarter. Because Us seasoned people know what's about to happen.
I just thought about the symphony as you was talking just now. That's what that made me think about just now. Is the symphony.
Now, I'm glad you said that. With y'all two. What's your number one posse cut record of all time?
Ooh.
Me, honestly, posse cut, not just one group. You mean just a posse cut? Just
It ain't no group because they all individual.
all right. My greatest posse cut to me was Self-Destruct.
Yes.
That was mine.
That's
That's my
it
greatest
get no
posse
greater.
cut ever to me was Self-Destruct.
yeah.
You know, can't nothing touch that.
Can't
You
get
know,
no greater.
To me personally, just the way it came out and at the time it came out.
We needed it.
And at the height of the crack epidemic at the time, Reaganomics, you know, Nancy would just say no, and they were putting all the drugs here and all the guns here, you know, and Oliver North scandal and all of that going on. You know, that was a great time for that song to come out. And with all the violence that was going on in LA and just all the way around the country behind the epidemic.
And then LA did the best thing with jumping on the wagon.
Yeah,
when we in the same game.
Yeah, that we in the same game was hard. But that Self-Destruction was just
It
something.
was just something. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this from the bottom of my heart. When we say posse cuts, you got people that just draw them off. But everybody forget one of the best posse cuts, and they never get no recognition. The Dungeon Family with Brother Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
That
Yeah.
Brother Man and that
Cool
Breeze.
Yeah.
Cool Breeze was a fool.
and that 4-3-2-1.
Oh, that's all. That be said a lot.
You
But
know,
that Dungeon Family don't.
Yeah.
That Brother Man don't. But that 4-3-2-1.
4-3-2-1.
You know what though?
And Cannabis bust LL tail.
But you know what though? You can't.
Bust his
If you
tail.
want to talk about like that type of situation, the whole Rough Rider movement.
Yeah,
If
Rough
you
Rider.
think,
But
it's
say,
a whole-
no. We're not saying no. See, why I'm saying the Dungeon Family, because Outkast always get respect.
Yeah,
Goody Mob don't get the respect they deserve.
And Goody
They don't-
Mob.
they-
Goody Mob
don't.
is a fool.
Cujo.
Cujo is a beast.
Cujo's a beast.
I mean, but you know, after CeeLo left, they kind of CeeLo kind of took the umph out of Goody Mob.
But guess what? He came back.
But it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same.
It wasn't the
Once-
same.
It wasn't the same.
Once you lose that umph and that running that you got, it's a difference.
But
But
Goody
see,
Mob has so many timeless hits.
what CeeLo did it the wrong way. Now you could be in a group and go off and do a solo project. Look how many groups have done it. You could be in a group and say, okay, like when the RZA did Wu-Tang, each one of them, they got signed as a group, but everybody got signed individually too.
Yeah.
Who's that peeping in my window?
Nobody.
now. And them Red Dogs.
But you know what? I think with CeeLo wanted to go a different direction because he wanted to go that pop. He wanted that pop route.
Yeah.
Because his biggest songs was "F.U."
Yeah,
That was his biggest song. But everybody, even if you
CeeLo's
wasn't
super
pop
hard.
or even just R&B, everybody was, you see me riding around town with the girl out, and I'm like, forget you. So don't act like you weren't singing that song, man.
I was saying. I was
look,
saying.
everybody, look.
And I was putting the exclamation point up behind forget. And we know what you're saying, forget.
What up, Deloge?
I was putting the exclamation point.
Hey, let me
behind
tell you,
it.
but you know what song I was singing? It wasn't his, but it was he was featured on it, and they couldn't have found nobody better on Don Tripp's A Letter to My Son.
Yeah.
Whoa, my goodness.
Yeah. Look, I can't even come. Yeah.
Yo,
Cause I know y'all from up north, but y'all be forgetting the South got something to say.
Nah,
You know,
hold on. Me being a DJ
Yeah.
from back then, I was on the South in the 80s.
You know, jokers wasn't respecting us down here thought we were country bumping.
Let me tell you something.
Now y'all sounding like the A.
I seen like, well, I'm be honest. It was like 89, 90. Because I was in college. You know what I'm saying? I was in college. and a dude from college where I was at was from Houston. And he put me up on Scarface and them before they came out. Because they didn't come out in 92.
Yeah, because they wasn't the original Ghetto Boys nowhere.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, Tasha, with your beautiful self.
But see, like I said, I was down south. I was down bottom back then. So I was with Luke and Tag Team. And so it was a different before when I started DJing, before I got shipped to New York.
But you got to think about it. Luke and them was before Ghetto Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like it was two live crew, Jam Pony, Express, and JT Money, Poison Clan, and all of them.
Because Trick Daddy is one of Luke's first rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That now, if you want to talk about conglomerate too, Trick got some peoples.
Oh,
Yeah,
Trick got some Trick.
Slip and slide.
What's that young boy you put me on?
Oh,
Mike
the last
something.
one you showed me when I came over to the house?
Mike something.
Mike Sutton. Yeah, he
The
dope.
little chunky dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, he a fool.
He dope.
He a fool.
And let me see who else. That Slip and Slide. Yeah, I think.
Like when you say like when you brought up Rough Riders, you got to think they was a camp, but they all was individually signed too.
Yeah.
Who they slipped on in Rough Riders was Dragon. Dragon was my dude.
But Drag was with he was down south with No Limit them at one point.
Dragon
was with No Limit them at one time.
Dragon, but see, they wanted now the way Dragon was rhyming.
Dragon was
that was what I was doing. That was commercial for them. That was Dragon was supposed to be the one that crossed them over to the south, which his song Down Bottom did.
Yeah.
Down Bottom.
That
Down Bottom.
hard.
When him and Juvenile did that joint, that's when Rough Riders when they got that down south money.
Yes. About this.
That
Dragon.
that right there. But listen to all the freestyles he got out.
Yeah, Dragon.
He's still spitting
He's
right
a
now.
fool, man.
He's still spitting right now.
He got one out right now. This about a month old with him and Cassidy. Oh my goodness.
Now you know who would have been a good conglomerate if they would have rocked out hard? Rockefeller.
They had too many chiefs.
Rockefeller.
They had too many.
Well, state property. Let me not say because state property because I think Chris and Neef was state property.
Yeah, Chris and Neef, Petey Crack, Cam,
Oskino, Sparks.
Oskino, all them.
They slept on Sparks too.
Yeah, they had
But Oskino was a fool.
Yeah.
Oskino a fool. Chris and Neef.
Beans.
Them boys, they together.
See when
Beans was a beast though.
Beans is what put them on.
Lyrically,
Beans was
lyrically to me, and y'all may want to.
Freeway too.
Yeah, Freeway's better when he's a
feature. I can't listen to a whole song.
Just a whole song of Freeway, no. But if he's a feature, he kills. He kills.
He does. Now you nailed that.
He kills it. On a feature, Freeway is one of the dopest. But just a whole song with Freeway by itself, no. You got to have some help. You just can't listen to that voice all through a song. You just can't do it.
You know,
I've never been able to just listen to a whole Freeway song. To me, Beans lyrically
was better than Jay.
Was better than Hov.
He was.
To me,
he was.
You know, he was better than Hov.
So now
he wasn't able to market that way because he was a little chunky, he was a little bumpy face, and he wasn't.
Look, I was all right because I was chunky and bumpy face too.
Yeah, but he, you know, the Camel looked a little better than the Grizzly Bear.
So now, what do you think about Bleak?
Bleak was all right, but he didn't have.
Bleak didn't have to do nothing.
But Bleak didn't have that to him. He didn't have that drive because he already knew he was good. You feel me?
Like right now, you know that they brought The Rock back, right?
Yeah.
Now The Rock is back, right? But who owned The Rock now?
Bleak.
Bleak got it.
Yeah. Bleak.
Jay gave it. Jay signed all. Rockefeller is Bleak's now.
Yeah.
Dame Dash ain't got nothing to do. Dame Dash, Kareem.
They've been away from.
Yeah, but I'm saying
No, but you know they had
a thing.
They still had a piece of it.
They had piece of, but what Jay did, because you know Jay and Kareem are still fly.
Yeah.
Jay took Kareem and brought him over to Rock Nation. So he in Rock Nation, and Bleak has Rockefeller by himself.
But you know, Bleak always. You never heard anything about Bleak. Bleak just stayed
Bleak
in the back.
stayed,
He stayed in the background.
Like Bleak said, he was going around telling Beans, Freeway, all of them, listen, man, the big homie about to make a move. Y'all need to get y'all stuff together because he putting us in line to do stuff. I never knew until I watched the interview on Breakfast Club 3 weeks ago that when Rockefeller shut down and everything, Bleak said his wife, because Bleak said he was flipping. Like, where I'm getting my income. Like, my money, where my money going? And she was like, you know your big homie is not going to let you not have nothing. Go to him, talk to him, see what you can do.
Hey, Miss All Good.
I never knew.
Yeah, she over. I just spoke to her.
She over here too.
Look, she everywhere.
I never knew that Duce was Bleak's.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Because
Jay-Z,
the paperwork was, but see, like I said, everything when it came to Bleak, when it came to Rockefeller, Bleak was the only one that didn't say nothing about nothing. When everything dismantled, he went and sat in the background. You ain't even hit. Look, Bleak wasn't doing no shows. He wasn't rapping. He wasn't talking to nobody.
When did Bleak ever really do shows?
Bleak did shows.
No, he never did. He never did.
Not after Rockefeller.
No, he never did one show by himself.
Oh, nah, yeah. As far as some of us,
only time Bleak did a show is with Jay.
Yeah.
Even when Jay come out now, Bleak be with him.
Nah, he did one with
No,
he did one with God damn it, what's the boys? Well, no, I'm sorry. He came out. He wasn't on tour with him, but he came out when Chris and Neefin was performing.
Okay, but
Fabulous was performing.
And
so yeah,
but it's in the books. He even said it out his mouth on the interview. Go watch the interview. He said, I never did a show by myself where I was on the card.
So that do you feel like that's loyalty or
no? He just said that ain't what he wanted to do. He never wanted to be a front man.
He didn't have that front man skill. I'm gonna be honest.
He's like Jay. He said Jay used to get on him about it.
Bleak,
he was like,
Bleak didn't have a front man skill. Lyrically, he wasn't now, and he just couldn't do it. He played Robin to a great Batman. He wasn't no great lyricist.
Okay, let me go here. Hey face, country, whatever.
See, I knew that was coming, but it's all right though. It's all right. Look, short people don't like me anyway, so it's okay.
Salute, my brother.
That's all it is. They short. You know, they ain't growing no more in life. They ain't growing no more in life, so they're upset.
Well, Miss Allgood, I love you. But come August, you know, we got to stay our distance. I don't deal with cowgirls.
Bah, 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 bah. Now, but hold on. Did y'all hear about the new joint? Jay-Z and the little dude, the judge granted his paternity test.
What little dude?
The guy that they've been saying was Jay-Z kid from years ago.
They said it was another little camel running around.
Yeah, but if it
Camel
comes out
Joe.
that Jay is his daddy, that means that Jay was sleeping with a 15-year-old when he was in his 20s. So that's why he fighting to do the DNA test. He been fighting for years. So now the judge just made him. Now they got to take it.
What up, Keish? How you, my beautiful sister? Miss Allgood say, hey, I got a question for all of y'all. Shoot.
Yeah, shoot the question, Miss Allgood.
Where them fans at? Where them fans
I'm about
at?
tired of them fans.
Hit me one time. Hit me 2 times. Hit me 3 times. Oh, she taking too long.
Now what them cowgirls gonna be rocking this year too.
Faith.
You say why R. Kelly still locked up?
I don't even know, man.
That's nobody knows.
Brother John working on that though, ain't he? Brother John, they working on that.
You got a couple folks that's trying to work on that, but I don't understand.
Well, I know he getting his money. They just found that he was owed some residuals. So the money that he was singing about, he was actually owed. So they about to give him his money.
I'm glad of that.
But I'm wondering exactly why he's still incarcerated. Because not being funny, everybody that we're dealing with was over the age of consent. Even though they might have been 16, you know, I'm not gonna do it.
Not that girl he peed on. I mean, he urinated on.
He didn't urinate on that girl. They said that wasn't him. That what the law said.
The law didn't say that wasn't him.
The law did say that. That's how he got to. He ain't locked up for that.
No,
He locked up for all that other
He
stuff.
had to go to court for
He
that.
went to court.
He
He
beat
went to
that
court.
charge.
Yeah, they said it wasn't him.
He beat
Have
that.
you? Did you ever see that DVD?
You talking about Sparkle niece?
Yeah.
Right. Did you ever see that DVD?
I saw it up to a
watched-
certain point.
No, I got it.
No, I'm saying I watched it up to a certain
I
point.
watched it when they had the girl in the chair, sprinted in the chair, and did all that and all. I watched it. I walked past somebody's room and they watched it, and I stopped and
Stop the
caught
court.
and then I kept walking. But
Look,
I seen that part.
At the end of the day, though, I'm not gonna front. That man is a musical genius.
Listen, Miss Allgood, if I say that, I won't be able to hold face back. So
Oh no, say it.
No, say it.
Say
What you
it.
say?
she say, Cowboys are always the number one topic.
She said Cowboys.
Cowboys are
always
number
win.
one. But that's another topic.
She said Cowboys are number one.
Yep.
Number one.
What, the number one TV show? Westerns? You talking about Westerns? You know, Westerns are probably the number one watched thing, and there's a lot of Cowboys on there.
Ask
So-
your question, Keisha.
So you may be right.
Sister Keisha.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know
You say he peed on her. I don't believe that.
No.
you don't believe that.
No.
I watched the video. The juror said that wasn't him urinating on that young lady.
Now, okay. Long time ago, when you was out in the world,
Uh-huh.
how many people you know did some things that the jury say they didn't do, and you knew they did it?
Well, if
Tell him what's the
judge-
difference between it. Tell him first.
What's the difference between a murderer and a killer?
Killer got caught.
The murderer got caught.
Okay, well I know one of them got
Yeah,
caught.
the murderer got caught. So if you ain't get caught, you ain't do it. What's the difference between a faithful dude, faithful woman, and a cheating woman?
Cheating woman got caught.
The cheating woman got caught. Everybody faithful till you get caught cheating. Every woman, the most faithful woman in the world, till she get caught cheating.
I can't even
Oh,
argue with that
okay.
logic. I can't.
All
Okay,
right.
look. Okay,
That's why I knew where
you know where it was going.
I knew where to just tell him how to just tell him this. I know how to nip it in the bud.
Okay, you got it. You got it. You got it.
Yeah. So
Fight for it, man.
So I just feel like, you know, he it's time for him to come home. A lot of folks have done way more stuff. And you know what I'm worried about though? The dude Abercrombie and Fitch, old CEO. I'm
He's
waiting.
scared, ain't he?
No, you know, they allowed that whole crew to get out on bond.
Yeah, that was-
They allowed that whole crew to get out on bond.
I'm gonna let Face get that one because he gonna put some spice on that.
They allowed that whole crew to get out on bond. The Abercrombie and Fitch CEO, they were doing some stuff where one of the men's name was Miss Jacobs or something. He called himself Miss something, and they were bringing jokers in who were supposed to be looking to become models for Abercrombie and Fitch, become some of the models in the magazines and do different stuff. But they had to do certain stuff with different men
oh,
in there to move up in the rankings to become a model. But they gave all these jokers bonds.
did they get
Oh.
caught?
They get ready to go to trial now in New York on these charges. They were caught right around the time all this stuff went on with Diddy, but you stopped hearing about it.
Because we focus on our people.
The man got out on bond. They gave him a bond. He's about 70 now. His little boyfriend at the time, they were all having fun with all these boys, you know, and they were getting the heterosexual men and flipping them. They was doing itineraries like it was real itineraries, like you go to a model shoot and do this and that. And then when they get there,
4 o'clock, you got to be over
yeah,
here.
but then when they get there, it's a whole different thing. So they done this with over hundreds of men.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to trial for that now. Get ready to go to trial, but everybody's out on bond. Everybody got a bond for this, but they were doing all this mess to these men, you know, and these men having to do acts to them, and they doing acts to them, and having the men do acts with each other.
But that's in that model world. That model world has been like that from day one.
But look at the color too, though.
Yeah.
You know, but it's crazy, and that's what I sit up and say. Now you got Diddy, which he cool with. He gonna sit till September 22nd or either October 3rd, whichever date they end up giving him the sentencing date, and then he'll be coming home on papers. But he wasn't able to get no bond.
Shapiro told you.
Yeah, some of Shapiro.
But hold up, before we go any further, it was, and this is the good one. It was said, why is it illegal for an adult to sleep with an underage person, but it's not illegal for an underage person to sleep with an adult?
Because in
The
their
underage
mindset,
person hasn't
mentally capacity.
their capacity hasn't gotten out of the way, so you can coerce them in certain ways you wouldn't be able to coerce someone older.
That's like having sex with a mentally challenged person.
Right.
They don't have they can't consent to that.
Right. You know,
So-
no, they can consent.
No, I'm saying, but in the state eyes,
Yeah.
But
they
but
can't consent to that.
They're not.
I got a homie that works
But
in the mental establishment, and they were told if they was to walk in a room and them two of them are
Gotta let them do
you
it.
gotta let them do it. Shut
Close
the door
Yeah,
and walk out.
because you can't. If they like, people can still be mentally unstable, but still be in the right mind at the same time.
Right.
So you can't take that quality of life away from them. It's like working in a nursing home. We can't tell a resident no, even though it might go against certain situations, because it takes their quality of life away from them.
But you know, that's like, I looked at all the women that was saying, "Oh, R. Kelly this, R. Kelly that," and he was dealing with them young girls. But I remember some of them same women, and I seen on my page personally, and on other people's pages who were talking about all this and all that. But I remember some of them girls getting in the dope boy car when they were 16. He 24, 25.
Thank
Got the hammers on the car, and they jumping in the car, going to get the nails done.
Supposed to be going to school.
When the nails were $20, you get your whole set. And then if you want the acrylic, they were $30. So it wasn't nothing to go get the nail. The hairdos wasn't no more than $50. You know, $100. The little girl done felt like she the champ of the world. He done took her to Rainbow, got her a couple outfits,
Yeah.
took her right there to Freedom Mall when Freedom Mall was here. You know, got a little ice cream from the little ice cream shop.
Take some pictures.
Yeah.
and that's all over the world.
Yeah, that was.
It
yeah.
ain't a woman, ain't too many. All of them wasn't like that. Almost 80% of the women around the world dated an older dude when they was in high school.
But I said,
Like Faye said, the older dude was with me, pulling up to the schools and
Hey,
everything.
brother, he was in 12th grade and you was in 9th grade. He was in 12th grade.
Yeah.
He still got you by 4 years.
But you know, I just look at all that and I see when people mature, they look at life differently. You know, but they have to remember at one point in time, they was that 16-year-old girl,
Jumping out
17-year-old
windows.
girl. You know, I'm not gonna be the type. I wouldn't have sent my child nowhere. You know, I'm not, and I got a son that does music, but when he was at a certain age, I wouldn't have sent him to nobody.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna say Kels. I ain't gonna say Michael Jackson or names people. I wouldn't have sent my son nowhere. You know,
Yep.
where I can't be there. Oh, send him there for some months. We gonna get him in the game.
Yeah, Keisha,
He gonna
they
be,
mental was formulated that month.
you know, he gonna be chilling. He gonna be in good terms. We got an eye on.
Yeah. Oh, excuse my language. I'm sorry.
You know, I
don't like my kids to go to certain family
You
members.
feel me? Me as a parent. And that's why I look at all them parents with that stuff with kids. All them parents, where was their accountability? What went on with them?
But-
Where they can say, "Oh, I want my kid to make it so bad." They had seen that same video we talking about, the urination and that video. I know they heard of the video.
Please
You're
go
gonna
back to
send
Rashad.
your daughters
Yep.
up somewhere.
Even after the fact, because he's been having allegations for years.
Yeah, but you're gonna send
and
them
you
up there.
still,
You know, feeling that, oh, he's gonna help them break, make it into the industry.
he helped him break all right.
But none of y'all went up there with him. You know, that's just
That's just like,
Look, some of the mamas was going with him because some of
Yeah.
the mamas was doing.
yeah. The mamas were getting broke off too.
listen, that's just like all jokes aside, I tell people every time when they try to come out with that, when they did come out with the TV show, Surviving R. Kelly, You want to watch this? I don't want to watch that mess because that's a bunch of hogwash. Because my thing is this.
Them women knew what they were doing.
You knew what you was doing. And why would you take your 15, 16-year-old to an R. Kelly concert? Me and my daughter, she got mad at me not too long ago. She wanted to go see Sexy Red. I said, no, I'll be there.
Yeah. Certain things that we just ain't gonna do.
No, you're not going to see her. Long as I'm your pappy. Now, when you get grown, you can go.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm not gonna say she can't. I'm not going to see Sexy Red. I'm not now. No.
That's not your cup of tea.
That's even if it is cup of tea, it's not for a young girl to go see that.
Thank you, Almighty.
I mean, even with R. Kelly, like with his wife, like how you not knowing what this man doing?
Everybody knew.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Everybody, and it goes back to like the joint with Diddy and Cassie. At what point do the victim become a participant?
But you gotta think about it. And people keep their mouth shut because they enjoying their financial.
It's beneficial.
They enjoying the perks.
Right.
They enjoying the
Jersey,
perks.
what's up,
But
beautiful?
then when the jokers sit up and say, okay, I'm done with you, I don't need your services no more. Now you want to go and tell everything. Oh, this was going on. Somebody ought to bust you upside the head for allowing certain stuff to go on.
You got a point.
You know, I love all y'all brothers there, but y'all bring a little goddamn snotty nose chap round and cause we got there making some bread together. I ain't gonna say nothing.
You supposed
we
to.
miss you too.
And I ain't gonna say I'm gonna bust you upside the head.
Yeah, there's gonna be some furniture movie you bring.
You know, and I'm gonna sit up. I'm gonna tell you first. Hey, bro, goddamn, you know you're wrong now. That little girl young enough to be your goddamn granddaughter.
Look at this, letting you know it's coming. That's the intro to let you know, nigga.
Yeah, so we need to go ahead and cut this. Leave it alone. And hopefully you ain't touched it. If you have, don't do it no goddamn more. Get the heck off. You know,
I'm with him.
And if you did, I don't even want to know.
I don't want to know.
I don't even want to know.
Because if you,
because I'm gonna look at you different.
I'm gonna bust you upside your damn head. Lord, forgive me for cursing. But that's what I'm gonna bust you upside your damn head.
Look, and I got 8 daughters, so now I'm really gonna be looking at you crazy.
Yeah, because I'm gonna peel your head to the white meat. I'm gonna peel your head to the goddamn white meat.
My thing is, I can't.
So I can't sit up and be like, okay, yeah, he got him a youngin. You know, I had a homeboy called me and him about the same age. He a little older than me, in his 50s. Yeah, boy, I got me one. Look at their 19-year-old girl. Man, if you don't get the hell on. She 19 and you 50. You 50, so talking about, yeah, boy, I got me one. Nigga, what the? You know, and yes, she legal. But god damn. That's why I don't even do strip clubs no more.
No, I don't go.
I can't even do strip clubs no more. Because I'm like, at the age I am now, everybody in there dancing, the ages of my daughters.
Yeah.
You know, I can't sit in the strip club and be throwing no money at a girl that's 22, 23 years old.
Nah.
And I got a daughter, 23 years old.
Look at they walking in and they see, hey, I went to school with you.
Yeah,
how you doing?
How you doing, Mr. Face? I ain't said no. And I done watched the little girls grow up, and I fool around and go in the club, and this one of the little girls I done watched grow up. You know, I can't do no mess like that, man.
Let me tell you,
person, my morals different.
Let me tell you something.
I just can't do it.
Why I don't go in no more strip clubs or nothing like that, I'll never forget. Walked in a strip club. This was like 6 years ago. Walked in the strip clubs. Me and the team walked in and seen my niece on stage. I politely turned around and walked out. And they was like, yo, Si, where you going? I can't go in there. Can't go in there.
You know, but it's just certain stuff I can't do it just because of that age discrepancy, that age gap. I know
you. Pillow, what a community.
You know, I know you're a baby. I'm a pillar, but I know that.
Look how you stopped the answer real fast.
Yo, he the king. Hit dog holler. He say he go.
You know, because I understand they spelt it wrong, and that was their auto spell.
Autocorrect.
Yeah, the autocorrect. Oh. They meant to put PILLAR. But then it just switched it to OW. You know, sometimes these smartphones be a little dumb at times.
Yeah, this guy is.
You know. So that's what it was.
Hey, yo, let me
Man,
tell y'all
what up, my
something. This week that passed was great, man. I'm gonna start off with the Four Wall Band. I had a ball rocking out with y'all on Thursday. It was crazy. It was crazy. Catch us again tomorrow. Friday, bananas. Did a luau. It
was Friday, wasn't it?
That was Friday. Country was with me. Oh man, it was crazy.
Look, I ain't never left. Every 30 minutes, I was like, man, I'm leaving. I'm getting ready to go.
Saturday, we came back with the napkin party at Visions.
The napkin party.
The napkin party was stupid.
That was stupid.
That was my first one. I never.
That was my first one.
I didn't even know what it was. It kind of threw me off guard. But I thought about, hold on, they throwing napkins like they throwing money,
right?
Making it rain.
And and then Sunday we was at the cookout. The Party Punishers was at Visions with Nuff Said and his dope friends. It went down real big. We had a ball. And starting this week, you know how we start off. Wednesdays we jump off, and it's going down Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But this Saturday at Visions is gonna be crazy. It's the all-white party.
Yep.
It's the all-white
I
party.
ain't even here.
But you ain't gonna be here?
Nah, man, I gotta go to the country this weekend.
I
gotta go down to the country.
We're seeing some videos.
Face, I'm gonna bring you some hog back, Face.
All right.
Man, I ain't been bringing no dogs up here.
Apple pie.
Oh yeah,
Apple pie.
And they have strawberry shortcake too now.
Yeah, that too.
But man, they going. My family, they putting the hog on the grill starting tomorrow, and they'll sit there till about Saturday.
She said she didn't spell anything wrong.
Dirty D, what's going on, man?
Yo, with that.
And I want to shout out Miss Bria with the Observer too. Shining light onto Exit 4 with us trying to get our community center. So shout out to Miss Bria Lumpkins, who did an excellent article which was published in yesterday's Charlotte Observer.
That's right, you was on it.
Yeah, so shout
Congratulations.
They took your picture?
Yeah, we did an interview about Exit 4 and getting us a rec center and community center.
Did you get a paper?
Yeah, I got a paper.
Yeah, you got it.
For everybody?
No, I ain't get it for
he
everybody.
He sent it.
Yeah, I sent it.
I ain't get it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna send it to you. You can go read it. It's archived.
I want a paper, man. I want you to sign my paper. Man.
Yo, with that being said, man, y'all know how it is, man. The Party Punishers, the Connected DJs, it's all go down.
Free chaos.
Free chaos.
Look, they're gonna be outside waiting on you.
Hey, whatever. Hey, yo, for the Party Punishers, Connected DJs, the whole Connected family, boy, oh boy, we love y'all. Peace.